Welcome back, adventurers. My name is Eli, the Game Master, and this is A Good Day to Die. Last we left off, the group had finally squared up to Sadrak, the ancient, esoteric nightmare dragon, in his own very lair. There they met Handsome Joe, and Handsome Joe was holding a nightmare dragon egg. It seems that this nightmare dragon egg had been produced alchemically through some machines that Dr. Tone seemed very familiar with. Dr. Tone had recognized that they are part of his alchemical chemistry set that he got for Christmas. Handsome Joe disappeared into the ether. Sadrak had told the party that a plan had been put into motion that he shall become the living avatar of Hoster in the material plane. He seems to know something about the Dark Tapestry, about what was happening in the vault of the Black Blood. And he said even in this moment, if he were to die, it would not matter, for he would be born again. The group had started to battle him, and then suddenly a portal opened up. Out fell Alamon, holding a carrot. Why the carrot, though? Thrym, who we kind of forgot existed. And we were reunited with Manzarek and Riado. Riado reincarnated as a Veggie-Raptor. The group had began fighting, killing one of Sadrak's mates. In the process, the other one's still duking it out with Riado. Sadrak is by the soul fount where Aristep, Perrin's father, is being held, and it seemed like his energy is being siphoned for some kind of dark ritual. Dr. Tone had run up to the machine to work on it. Damon and Ragnar are toe-to-toe with Sadrak, and we will pick it up there with a little sirenscape. Some spooky music.
Albarium.
Albarium Aristep.
I'll bury him too.
The camera audio's off?
Boo.
What?
Camera audio's off?
With audio?
Yeah, but the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't look at me like that hasn't happened before.
It's never happened.
Okay. So,
I'm so lost.
don't
be.
The camera audio was on one time, and it overlaid the microphone.
From the webcam.
Yeah. So instead of us
Wait,
we all
microphones
have
are in the webcams? Is it the government?
Yeah.
Wave your NSA agent.
We are recording for the internet, and the government wanted to know. They didn't know.
And it doesn't last forever.
Right now, for those of you at home, is bringing up the ruler back here because he had to go around a kill cloud that just showed up out of nowhere. The Herald of Dreams is hanging out here. Riado is on the bridge, duking it out with the other adult nightmare dragon. Manzarek is here in the form of a Quetzalcoatlus, is that right? Yeah, so he's just flying around. He is 15 feet in the air right now, according to what I have written on the thing. An enlarged Ragnar is going toe-to-toe with Sadrak here. Damon is standing here. Dr. Tone is at the machine. Perry is over here. And Albarium is in the soul hole. And we will go ahead and pick it up at the top of the round with Manzarek.
Oh,
Okay. Are you doing?
I thought I was the next up on the turn list. We'd ended there.
Damon then Manzarek. Manzarek then Damon.
Okay.
Because I ended right after Ragnar last week. So technically Thrym and Alamon go next, but they want nothing to do with that.
Okay, well, I'm going to full round attack the dragon.
You have a 15-foot reach?
Yep.
All right, get it.
Nat 20.
Oh my.
Miss. Reroll that.
To confirm is a 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Cool. You want me to roll damage first, or could I do the second effect?
Go ahead and roll damage first. Just for giggles.
Oh. Oh.
53? 57. Yeah.
Right on.
I guessed. I had no idea.
So this giraffe-sized pterosaur flies in as the dragon is bleeding, this purple ichor dripping from its wounds. Rayado squared up to it and panting heavily. As suddenly this Quetzalcoatlus flies in, its beak slamming into the side of this adult nightmare dragon's head, piercing in through its eye and out the side of its skull, dropping it to the ground. Combat complete.
Nice.
Rayado will move up
2.
and square up with Sadrak. Big scary. He's got a 15-foot reach.
Do you want him to be?
He's got a 10-foot reach.
It's got 10-foot reach. Then he's going to be moving within one space, provoking attack of opportunity.
Do it.
You can roll acrobatics to avoid that. You can see it.
Yeah, that
should be easy.
acrobatics.
I'm only gotta roll like 50.
Probably.
34.
That will pass.
Oh man. Ooh.
Will it tie?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did better.
Okay.
Like 1?
A 26 hit.
I am so sorry. I was looking at the adult nightmare dragon. No, that will not
A 34.
beat the CMD.
So he can start to actually outside of the range.
Yeah. Well,
So mine's at 33.
yeah, he's 20 feet out. 20 away from set.
That attack would move out.
Okay.
That's why you didn't hit.
You still have a move action.
I will.
Is Sadrak?
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, that is. You have a 15-foot reach?
Yeah. But I will not do that.
So as you fly up, Damon and Ragnar see this giant shadow go over them. You feel the air of the beat of the wings above you as you see this Quetzalcoatlus square up to Sadrak. Sadrak kind of raises up on his hind legs. He looks up at you and roars. He is as tall as you are in the air. So, like, you kind of horizontal and flapping, him standing up, you're almost looking at each other.
Nice.
Yeah. So the moral of that story is 15 feet out of in the air, he can still attack.
Yeah.
But I knew you knew that. Damon,
Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to full round attack him.
first and foremost, I would like you to roll me any die you would like.
Odd.
Odd? Alright, go ahead and roll through the attack.
Okay. First one is a 39.
39 would have hit Sadrak, you pop his last image.
Okay. Next attack is a 33.
33 will not hit Sadrak.
Next attack is a 32.
32 will not hit Sadrak.
Last attack is a 42.
That will hit Sadrak.
$39 points of damage.
39, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Blatant curiosity. Are you going through your normal attack pattern and then adding the haste attack at the very end?
Mm-hmm.
Or- I just do my hasted attack first and then do my. It was just interesting.
Yeah.
You run up, slicing at Sadrak. The image disappears, and now he is in full terrifying view for everyone to see. No blurry images. You see him 2020 in all of his nightmarish glory.
Not squinting anymore. Oh, that's him.
Swinging again, he catches you with his tail pushing back. He slices down at you, your blade bouncing off of his claw. As he readjusts himself, you just stab into his forearm and out the other side. He roars out as you draw your sword back. Do you take any other action?
Yeah, swift action, heal myself.
That's wise.
Wow.
I don't know what other thing that's why he's just gotten something.
All right. Yeah, shame if that bridge was to be destroyed.
Yeah. Oh, it's centered on me. No, you can't do that. All right. Studying Sadrak.
Where?
I'm going to shoot it.
Oh. When's the quiz?
You don't know why. Like,
Moa.
I don't.
But wow.
What?
Oh.
That's not even close to hitting Sadrak.
Womp womp.
He runs up, he fires, Sadrak looks down at you, and you just see the off of his brow, and he like doesn't even acknowledge it. And then Taris is like, and I helped. How's Reoccurring looking?
Not super great.
You get bouncing from alive to no alive to alive to no alive.
He's like
If I made a heal check of 32,
out of 100, he's probably like a 52%.
how are you two? Damon and
At the dragon.
okay, great. Damon?
Less than half. I am right at half.
Oh. I thought it was Sadrak doing all the math,
No.
not the beneficial person.
Kind of thought it was, dude.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, all right.
This is about to get fun on a bun.
You did I? Why did we got?
The Herald of Dreams flies over the pool, flies over to you, and casts Cure Serious Wounds, healing you for 32 points of damage.
Nice. I will need that.
No, curing. You're over half, right?
Yes, I'm over half.
Yeah, he's at half, so yeah, it cured him.
I was under half.
You're under
I
half.
said less than half.
Oh, less than half. Damn right, that's pretty nice.
That's fine. I was like, I'm pretty sure he was lower.
Yeah, so she flies up.
Shoot you in the face. Like, I don't know what that's about.
Plus
Plus level.
pastor.
Which you probably would whack for, yes. Sadrak bellows out this roar. As he looks at the wound in his arm and he looks down at you, everyone else is moving and fighting. And as he acts, he says, I have very little understanding for why we are fighting. You've seen the same things as I have. The chaos, the creeping terror, and the yellow sign. You've seen the dark-winged things that worship the bleak obelisks. Why, then, do you cower to your gods when you know they are insects in his image?
Because we both looked into the darkness, but only you blinked.
His wings bellow out. He says, well, let me see if I can make you. He beats his wings as he ascends 20 feet into the air. And he is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Damon, Ragnar, and Manzarek.
Oh. 42.
You say that the beginning of Alan between his feet.
He would want to get outside of Manzarek's attack range. Manzarek is at 15. No, Manzarek wouldn't even be able to hit.
We also want to get out of the cloud.
It's 20 feet tall.
Well, it's a radius, so like, as he goes up.
It's 20.
Is it a cylinder?
It's
It's a cylinder. It's only 20 feet long.
It's not a sphere.
I guess the question would be, does it say radius or?
It says 20 feet.
Yeah, it's weird for it to say that. I I've heard you
20
say
foot radius, it's a cylinder.
4 times.
So what you're saying is,
But if you were 15 feet out and 15 feet in the air, no, he would still be because he takes up 3 squares. So you'd still be able to hit him. And he wants to get out of your attack. So 20. You'd still be in his attack. He went 20 feet. Because he would have to go
40 to get out.
Yeah, that's right. Then he'll cast on the defensive.
Okay. Are we gonna see if our attacks hit him?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
42.
No.
42.
Is that also on the story?
42. Will strike Sadrak.
38.
Will strike Sadrak.
34.
Will not strike Sadrak.
Forty-four points of damage.
$36.
As he takes to the wing, Damon, you fly up and you cut him across the belly. As he gives one massive beat of the wings, you fling your hammer and just crash into his shoulder. He struggles to steady himself as he flaps 2 hard times, gaining 20 feet into the air. Does he need to cast another defense? Do you have a second attack?
Hey, if that was an attack opportunity.
Yeah. Do you have combat reflex? Okay, so. And he is going to cast Greater Dispel Magic. Yeah. I had the circle.
It's on top of the
He's on top of things. So he is going to want to hit. It's a 30-foot radius, so it's actually going to be
They
wider.
hit everyone there besides the Herald of Dreams.
Yes.
And
The Herald of Dreams has no
whatever this white token is,
Tyrus.
no, not this. The other one, because there's one betwixt
Oh,
me out of.
Alvarium? Yeah, one hit over. Because he doesn't dispel anything. Okay. So he is going to roll. Everybody calm down.
D20 plus his cast roll.
Yeah.
DC it's 11 plus. DC is 22.
Nat 20.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah, he got it.
And the things he is targeting. What is the high? Is it an area burst? What is the high?
It's if it doesn't area greater dispel, it dispels everything within that
One
area.
spell for every 4 caster levels you possess, starting with the highest level spells and proceeding to lower level spells.
So for every caster level he possesses?
Every 4 caster levels.
Every 4.
So that's like 30 caster levels.
So he can dispel 3 things, starting with the highs.
Sorry, with a 36 of hit, not a 34. Probably not.
36 would hit.
Okay. Then we do hit.
Roll it.
And
Do what now?
12 to 15.
And is it targeted or area?
Yep. That's why I had the circles.
12 to
Greater
15.
Dispel Magic is used in this way. The spell affects everything with a 20-foot burst radius. Roll 1 Dispel check and apply that check to each creature in the area as if targeted by Dispel Magic. For each
Yeah.
object.
It does hit everything.
Everything in that area is dispelled.
24 points.
Unless they've got more than. It's like targeted on each thing.
And area dispels, it hits everything. Targeted. So if I targeted you
Read the
specifically,
second part.
For each object within the area that is the target of 1 or more spells, apply the Dispel check as with creatures.
The highest cast spell that's currently active is probably Mass Bolt Strength.
math the game, everyone. Especially at this level where it matters.
So much math.
That hits everything. Yeah, am I reading that right?
That's what I read.
That's how we played it all last game.
Yeah.
I used greater dispels all areas in that effect, as if each individual spell was targeted by that DC.
I think it hits whatever you roll, which you rolled obviously in that 20. It would hit the highest level it could hit, and then everything underneath it as well.
Yeah,
Got it. So with that, all magic is gone.
within the area.
So you're still pterodactyl.
So no bull strength,
Which
no
one of
one
those-
person.
Which one of those 4 squares do you want to be in?
Yeah. You can put me in the bottom. Nope, to your left. To your left. There you go.
Okay. Haste is gone. Full strength is gone. Cloud kill is gone. Reado is back to normal.
Do I still have
It's
full
a magic
strength?
item. He's doing that.
It affects objects.
Where
Magic
was,
item
where was
cast
the radius?
spells.
Yeah.
Where was the radius?
So
So the lycanthropy thing is
He
on
moved.
as well.
He hit it. But
Magic items are not affected by an area dispel.
yeah, not
items.
the object, but the ongoing
So-
magic
so, like-
effect.
the item casts a spell in large. So the item is no longer inert, but
What do you want
the
to do?
active effect of enlargement has been.
Okay.
It's like using a wand to cast enlarge versus
Oh, he's got good.
casting the spell enlarge.
No, yes. But even with that,
All his magic.
Yeah, it needs spell effects on.
yeah,
Shit.
he already had. Yeah, it was already knocked off. So he cast the dispel magic. He says, "Behold, the true magic of nightmares."
Oh, okay. Again, we were working on something, weren't we?
I am actively trying to turn off the machine. And I told you to make sure he doesn't come over to me.
Okay.
And I put in
I
a
will-
language I thought he didn't speak or whatever.
Except it's his first language.
He was born speaking of it.
It's not born that way. So I'll move adjacent to you so that we are
Subjective to
We're in this together.
red weapon.
All
thanks,
in this together.
I'm going to attempt a spell resistance. Hey, well, maybe. Math the game.
Not the game.
Matt, the game.
33.
That will pass.
He needs to roll a fortitude save of all things.
Okay.
A dragon? What?
Yeah, his con is lower. A little bit.
Yeah. It's an 89 pass.
36.
24.
Are you sure it's 20?
Yeah.
Can you read it back?
It normally would have been.
Same percent, so. Working partial good. He succeeds.
His fort's in the 20s. Just
My attempted is suffocation.
Hmm.
But he is staggered for 1 round as he gasps for breath.
That's still not bad.
Does that mean he can fly? Because that matters.
Everything.
No, nothing matters than the points are made up.
You bastard. Oh.
Did he drop to the ground?
No, he can still fly.
Darn it.
It's just he needed both actions to do what he wanted to do next
So he can
turn.
only do 1 action.
Yeah.
Or is it only me?
No, he can do it 1 action.
I'll try this.
Okay. So you chant in tone, you point at him. He turns, the thread of magic that you can see with your innate ability extends from your finger out towards him. He reaches out and grabs it. You see him like snuff it out, and then this kind of tattered little like after image just, and it hits, and you see, and he starts coughing, struggling to breathe as you, with everything you had.
The DC 23, by the way.
Are you sure? Like, no, yeah, it's supposed to be much higher. Do you take any other action?
No. No, I do not.
I'm alive. You have an alchemy check?
No, you've made the alchemy check, it just takes the time.
And is it standard action or like full action, standard action?
Oh, as a matter of fact, yes, roll me an alchemy check.
18 plus? So 22.
Okay. So as you're looking over all of this, there is a couple of things that you notice. Because now as you're working on it, you have the time to examine it. You understood what it was, you didn't understand really what it did. But now you're getting an understanding of what it did. First and foremost, you realize that this is a cloning vat. That all of the schematics, all of the alchemical energies and components are feeding to the resurrection table in front of you. One that you have built yourself.
Right.
For reasons. This, though, has been altered enough that you do see a small glass dome, one about maybe twice the size of a football, that probably housed the egg. That when he cloned, he didn't clone a full-size dragon. He cloned an egg. Rather than it being his offspring, it is Sadrak himself. Little baby form. With his corruption, because of what Sadrak said was true, he was born a dream dragon. But the corruption seems to have been funneled into it. When you look over the alchemical tubes that hang from the cloning vat, you notice that they all have been diluted. And looking at it, you see the color that they are, which is like an off purple, and you're guessing that it's diluted with black blood. Possibly from Sadrak himself. The turning off this machine will do a couple of things. The first thing that it does is there is a binding spell that is being currently activated that is holding Alvarium in place. Alvarium is spiritually bound into this soul well, in pain and unable to act. The second thing that you know that it does is it is a planar binding spell. You don't know what that means, but there is a planar binding spell going on right now in a massive area. It is pulsating out over the entirety of this area and not over any one specific thing. And the third thing that you notice is that the powers that are holding this together are also feeding into the binding spells that are holding those chains on either side of the picture.
So turning this off will cause that blood.
Those are all things you now know. You can continue as a full round action to work on it, or you can do something else.
Is there no way I can specifically turn off the binding spell? With my alchemy checks being so high, do I know a way to like specifically flicker that off?
So looking at it, looking over it, you can either spend this turn and at the end of your next turn, all of it will shut off. Or you can shut off any one of those three things, but you would have to start again to do any other one. You would have to start all over again. But at the end of your turn, you can turn off any one of those spells.
I would specifically try to get Alvarium. So that I choose to specifically turn off that subsystem. Realizing I may have time later if we all live.
The bigot.
Well, if I'm no longer on this, I can start healing people again.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy, Billy, Billy boy.
I'm alive longer than I thought I would.
What's your health?
Oh, I would heal 5.
Hell yeah.
Just because
All in
I am-
this together.
Actually, healing that 5 brought me up 2 health.
No, we kind of are. We're going back.
Well, 2 points less.
That's what. You know what? You're right.
Is he though? Is he right?
I'm gonna say he is. Just good spot at this point.
Murdered his father. At least your father.
A little bit of favoritism going on.
The spell breaks. You see Sadrak as he's like coughing. He looks down and his eyes widen as Alvarium. And he looks down at his hands and he's like, "What's happening?" And he's like once again in that confused, kind of bewildered state.
Is it still in the dreamscape mode or not?
Okay, is there any
Or
way,
you know where it's watching.
is there any way I can like diplomacy would be like, hey, we need you to focus in?
Maybe that'll go around action.
Okay, that's
So he is going to roll to enter into initiative. What? I said.
Give me the eyes.
Yeah, that camera.
You missed my eye.
I heal.
Wreck.
He hit my eye. He hit my eye. Alright, where's the cloud kill thingy at?
It's gone. Sadrak's also 20 feet in the air.
Okay, cool. 10, 25, 30, 40. I can move 40. I can get there.
Okay.
I run over to him and tell him he needs to get back away from, as I point up to Sadrak.
He looks up at Sadrak, and you see this moment of recognition flash into his eyes. He kind of like shakes his head. He spins and he looks at Perry. And it's in that moment, it's as if like just so recently having had seen you and Sadrak, he's more like tethered than he originally was. Do you take any actions?
No, but, I'm exhausted.
Oh no.
Oh, why?
Pretty rage.
Yep. I'm in danger.
Thrim and OG Alman? Doop. Yeah. Top of the Inish, Minzer.
Okay. He's no longer in range from me, and I'm no longer in range of him.
No, he's still in range.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both in range of each other.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attack him.
He is 5 feet off level from you, so because of the size of a target he is.
You can nip at his belly
The
button.
thing is, I know I'm not going to hit him unless I roll in a 20.
So what you're saying is,
There's a chance.
Well, there's other things that I could do that are probably more efficient.
probably medium swarm.
Medium sword. Just rains
A
down.
medium sword.
Get him, girl!
I mean,
You're exhausted?
Oh yeah.
I got you.
Nobody's got me at the moment. I'm standing alone.
I can remove, with lesser restoration, I can remove your exhaustion.
That'd be great. You'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Well, give me a cool thing, but with a really crappy caveat.
Considering how little it lasts.
I'm going to fly to the ground. Probably go from the attack up.
Yeah.
He's staggered.
He's staggered now.
Okay.
The masses have it.
He can still take free, swift, and immediate actions.
opportunity.
So attack of opportunity is
Then
an
yes.
immediate action. Yes, he can still take an attack.
Well, in that
With
case,
negatives? Oops.
I am going to fly to the ground to stand next to you.
I'm in the air.
You're in the air.
Yeah, I'm flying.
How high up in the air?
However tall that machine is.
How tall is the machine?
Machine is 15 feet tall.
Okay, never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fly to him. He's going to be within 15 feet of me. I'm still going to provoke an attack of opportunity.
Which him?
Me.
Oh, okay. So
You're flying next to me?
Within 15 feet.
within 15 feet. So do you want to be here? Or do you want to be over
I
here?
want to get over there.
You wanna be over
I
here?
do not want to be within provoking attack of opportunity. So, I have an attack of opportunity.
You feel so lonely all of a sudden.
Won't be the first time.
I mean, you're a paladin. I feel like you're used to that kind of stuff.
I mean, last time he came back.
So 44 hit.
Oh, of course it does.
Kill him again, I'm even stronger. Thanks.
You just dead body laying there. Oh, whoa.
You take 35 points of damage.
So like
He bites down on your wing, the membrane tearing, as you're able to sustain flight just enough to kind of circle around in a wide gear to get 15 feet from.
does he flap his wings like a hummingbird?
Sure. I was kind of doing the tattered membrane sound as if air was passing through. Thank you.
No, you didn't. You didn't know what it was.
He said tattered membrane. Like, oh, yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, after he explained it,
In the description, he stated.
he said it one time.
Exactly.
Right,
Usually
after
all
I
tape.
explained it, you knew it. That's how understanding words work.
You heal for 27.
Can I?
Oh, boy.
Last
Can I?
Last
Ding.
message was deleted.
And I cast Cure Serious Wounds on.
Why?
Reaches out and touches me with a beat.
The pterodactyl flies up and with its weird kind of distended front finger, it's like,
Not strong.
because that's what their wings are. This finger, but really long.
Basically flies with jazz hands.
I think that's bang.
His bats too.
And
That's Wallace. Only had the one finger that's really.
Oh. They're always pointing.
No. And down there. Over there. Down there. And there. What do you do? They're holding up the game. I'm not.
and Rayado doesn't do anything because he can't hit.
Okay. Damon.
All right, as for my turn,
You should hit him.
do I have to cancel on the defensive? Am I within striking range, or does he have?
He's not within. You're not within striking range.
Okay.
You're still on the ground.
I'm going to have to overcome his spell resistance.
Okay.
Ooh, damn it!
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
Which cast?
challenge evil.
Oh,
I think I'm evil. I'm challenging that.
yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm evil.
Oh, Sissy.
So is Sadric.
Oh, oh.
And I'm going to cure a little bit more.
You taking any actions?
That's it.
Okay.
We're grouping up so he can kill us with
Say,
the
give me-
fire breath.
Give me a good roll.
That's what I said.
So this is going to hit
That's roll.
potentially Manzarek, Rayado, Perry, and
Harry's over
The
there.
one that has like three.
not Manzarek, Rayado, Ragnar, Damon, and all of them. It is 30 feet. I'm gonna say no. That depends on what kind of roll you want to do. He is going to use some of those delicious
Sprints.
inspiration points. And then he is going to make an knowledge check. He's going to do knowledge of the planes, giving him a plus 15 to figure out what Sadric is. You needed to roll a 10, you roll a 4.
That's less than helpful.
Yeah. He was going to give everybody a +4 to their attack.
Oh,
Yeah. He runs up and he's like, I don't know what he is. I tried really hard. I'm sorry.
He's gonna get a hernia and keep screaming. Wrong one.
I'm not gonna do
She is going to cast Cure Serious Wounds on Reoccurring. Ooh. 28 points of heal.
Cool.
And yeah, delicious. She is going to turn and position herself 10 feet off of the ground, and she is going to position herself directly between Sadrak, Alvarium, Perry, and Dr. Tone. And she covers out her wings as far as she can, trying to completely shield you three from Sadrak's vision. Which is a mechanic that... Yeah, depending on the size of the creature and what they do with their turn. Alvarium is now in the game.
You pretty off.
It's what we gathered.
We're gonna.
It's D20 plus upper level to overcome exposures.
Yes.
Yes.
plus magic level plus.
Plus
No,
no,
just-
plus casting miles per hour.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Really? So mine would have been a 21. I still wouldn't have been enough.
Nope.
Remember the second that's when you rolled for stuff like that?
It seems to be.
At least this one's in our favor.
Yes. That will, however, pass. But it still won't hurt.
Oh, what is it?
Chain lightning.
Only one party.
Yeah, it's okay.
I was thinking about doing the same thing. Chain lightning or lightning arc?
Chain lightning. Because of his domain, which is the air elemental, like he has some stuff, but this is his highest damage elemental thing that he has.
Oh yeah, lightning.
Okay.
That should be overcomes. Because that's all pure Sadric damage.
He did overcome that.
He did do that thing. As if it wasn't even there.
No, I'm sorry. He's not doing. Yes,
I'm good.
Keep that.
I'm good. I'm great. Oh, it's a fortitude save. Oh, that's well. He still passed. So.
I'm good, thank you. Keep going.
So Alvarium looks up. He points his finger, as you see his robes kind of flare out. His hair stands on end. Electricity starts swarming around him, and even this like ethereal spiritual being conjures up actual lightning. You hear this cacophonous boom as it slams into Sadrak, who roars out in pain.
Daddy Perry, good job.
Sadrak is not super chill with that.
That's not good. Is he gonna like breath attack us?
Yes.
The answer to that question is yes. And also the answer to that question is it will hit all of you, even at the angle that he's at.
Not
Isn't it?
even.
Except for Damon.
And there's or
Hang on. And Tails.
darn you, Angles.
If it fits, it sits. Remember.
For it's a ships for a low flat rate. Yeah. Okay. So the only one exempt from this is Damon and Tails. As Sadra, and I will need everybody to roll me a reflex save.
Oh, anybody that were a part of that dispel, you no longer have to resist it.
Uh-huh.
Neat.
Just
This is
sorry about it.
Thank you. The gods above blessed me.
27.
27. Will fail.
Will fail?
Fail.
Fail?
Yes.
Fail?
Got it.
I failed a reflex.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, guys. Good luck.
23 with a nat 20.
Fail and fail.
Nat 20?
Yes.
I will allow the nat 20 to succeed.
Fail and fail.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, cool.
Do I take no damage?
You'll take it.
Ah.
So, Sadrak's chest begins to glow green. His throat swells out. Acid begins pouring from his maw as he looks down at you, Damon. Let's see if your friends. The acid shoots out, washing over everyone. Ragnar, you are going to take half of 74.
74.
Yes.
This isn't as normal.
Mm-hmm. What?
I don't know. I think it was like 30s before.
I mean, it may have been.
He rolled really low then and really high now.
I mean, it's possible. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 20d6.
Okay, so there's a lot of variables there.
Yeah. You will take half of 74. You will take 74.
Eli,
Yes.
I have a question that I need to ask about this one.
Uh-huh.
The text reads, whenever a creature you can see that threatens you makes an attack against one of your allies, what does that mean?
He's not actively
He's not
threatening you.
actively threatening.
He like verbally like was like ha ha ha, but he has.
So I'm not in threat range.
You cannot
You are
stab
not
him.
mechanically threatening.
Okay.
You cannot stab him. Nor can he you. He's okay with that. Because he's about to down your alchemist.
They sent me
Mm-hmm.
Unless we have partial cover because of the law.
And
Riato,
does he damage the does he damage the machine?
As he shoots the acid out, the mist rolls around. The Herald of Dreams spreads her wings, and she is going to block Alvarium, Dr. Tone, and Perry from taking the damage. She screeches out as it washes over her, doing 50% more damage than it should. Yes. But she is not dead. She is not dead.
Holy.
She gives out this mournful cry as her wings kind of deteriorate like an injured moth. You see her antenna sizzle away, and even the long kind of peacock tail feather kind of shrivel up. As she gives this mournful cry, Alvarium looks up, and you see him with this expression of recognition over what had happened, as if he knows who this Herald of Dreams is. You see this kind of mournful, you hear this mournful sigh echo out, and you see this rage kind of bubbling up inside him. Perry, you suddenly feel this pulse in your chest. You feel magic walk over you. And as you look down, you see this glowing blue object illuminating inside of your chest. You recognize that is probably the binding key, because you had felt it before when you unlocked its power. But something else is emitting from it. You hear a voice echo through your head, and you now have an understanding of another component that the binding key has. You may use as if you were using the spell Elemental Body 3. In doing so, you would summon the visage of your mother to take over your body. So Perry would be essentially be out of it, but Ayla would be in your place, as if you can conjure her with Elemental Body 3. Instead of turning into an elemental, you would conjure her,
Okay.
and you would shift with her. The thing about that is you kind of share the same HP pool.
Okay.
Yes, she doesn't come back with full HP, but any damage that she takes would carry on to you and vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just like as if you, instead of like her con score, like you just kept that damage, and then when she goes away, it then stacks.
So, like any magical effects that are applied to me, transition to her.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. As if Elemental Body.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless Elemental Body states otherwise. So you feel that roll over you as if she feels the same pain that Alvaria is, as if she knows your father's there, and you can feel that kind of draw like she wants to help. That doesn't necessarily mean she has to, but you do now have the innate understanding that that can't happen. Sadrak spews this acid. It washes over all of you as his lungs fill with air, and he now is no longer staggered. Harry.
Well, I think I'm done. Are you good, Dr. Tone? You got this?
I'm done.
You're not. Aren't there more steps to this whole thing?
You didn't take damage.
The Herald of Dreams walking.
He's asking if I'm done with the machine.
Yeah.
And I'm not messing with it anymore.
He's asking, can he do a thing? Are you good?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Yeah.
He's
yes.
doing.
Yes.
We're on the same team.
Okay.
Why are you attacking me?
Dr. Tone, are you good? Who are you?
What? Your chest is glowing?
So I just hone in on that feeling and let's give this a shot. I like your web go.
You see in place of him a tall Jinn woman dressed in Middle Eastern clothing, sandals, a binding around her chest, and I would assume she would give up the dagger in favor of the two.
Oh yeah.
As she now stands there, standing nearly 6.5 feet tall.
You look at
That is a standard action to do. So you now have a move.
No, it So I'm her essentially.
Yes.
What her knowledge is in.
I sent him a character sheet, so he knows what.
What?
In passing, like, we got this one. And then turn invisible. Even though I don't see it, I probably, whatever. And
It's whatever. So, quick invisibility. Sadrak sees her appear. You see this look of terror on his face. As he looks at Albarium and looks at her, the Herald of Dreams still standing as he's like, no, and then she disappears and he's like, oh, it's all happening again. This is all terrible all over again.
I realized with the level up, my channel manager gets an additional D6. So that's an
I'm about dead.
I'm actively fixing it.
Dr. Tone's like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? And Ragnar's like, oh god.
Everything is pain.
Is Taylor's hurt from earlier?
No, he didn't catch him.
Well, just injured.
No, he was outside for a lot of it.
Emotionally.
Can I fly down and search? Can I get both him and Damon in the same 20-foot burst?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Maybe? Yes.
That-
Yeah.
Realizing I have
Yes.
flying ability.
He says.
Okay.
Yes.
I
If it's
think
a 20-foot burst, if you are there, yeah, that would hit everybody.
Am I within attack range of Sadrak?
You would not be, no.
It is what it is. Okay, put me there, please. Ski. And is it to pull a potion? It's a standard action to be my infusions. It's as if I'm casting it. I'm channeling energy positive.
I figured.
Ooh, it's better. It's been worse. That's 10, 22, 33 points of healing for everyone.
The gold chain glows a burst of positive energy.
Seems a bit stronger than it has been before.
Ooh. No microphone on this one?
Yes.
Balls.
The other one
Wasn't doubt that at all.
So you do a lot of stuff.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Rushing in, channel positive energy. Whoosh. Everybody goes, oh. That didn't heal as hard as that hurt.
Close.
So close. Do you take another action? Right.
Okay. I'm gonna move back. Can't really do anything.
We do.
Please turn your.
I'm just gonna kind of position myself between him and this colander in front of me.
You may.
Yeah, that's it. I can't do nothing.
You're just going to be like, this is a happy place. Top of the round. Alamon reappears. That was scary, he says. He goes, so how are we? We all good? He looks up at Sadrax in the air. He looks down at Alaman and he's like, why won't you die? Alaman goes, great question.
I better get back. I yell out.
Alaman's back.
No, I say to all.
Oh, you say Alaman, Alvarium's back. He says, what? He looks over at Alvarium. Oh, my God. He says, we're getting the crew back together.
As many as you can.
We just need Ringo.
He just had to, he had to dream shift, is technically. spelling.
What?
That's
As if
bad.
been on the England.
Yes, so that's how he got here. So he has no actions, but now he's back in the game.
Also, Perry's a woman.
He's like, they can be whatever they want to be.
He?
So Almine, as he appears, he looks at Alvarium. He says, "We can do this! We are not alone!" Alvarium's like, "I'm confused and scared." Menzer, tell Rayado to run. Not a lot.
Smart.
Rayado is going to just call Boozy over here.
Turn telling.
You're into it.
I am going to land and then free action back into myself.
Uh-oh. Small target again.
And I'm going to pull out the key. Hoping they don't know what to do right now. Feel like it. There will be consequences. I'm going to try to use the key. Alright. What do I do? So, you essentially can just use it. It will give you the bonuses as previously described, and you can cast Trap. So, in doing so,
Don't sacrifice my soul on death.
Well, you bind it to your soul. But yes, upon death.
Some interesting place.
We thought you were dead, you seemed dead, and then you're not dead, and now you die. It was inevitable. It's okay, little buddy.
My wisdom's gonna go up.
I somehow managed to get my intelligence, wisdom, and charisma all three at 16. So that's why I don't have one that's like stupidly high. I
You need to be
need
what level to cast it?
16 or 15 depending on. He can cast that at 15. I can cast it. It depends on what
Okay,
kind of cast.
then you will be casting as a 15 when you cast this. So their save has to be as equal to 15.
Okay. So, what were the bonuses as previously described? It was a +4 to my wisdom.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
And then, and I'm casting it as an 8th level spell with this.
His casting level doesn't affect the DC.
Yeah. The trigger object is not a thing, only as a spell completion. That's the one thing it does. It like sucks souls into it, but the whole thing shattering is not. It is the material component, and it does not shatter it.
There we go.
You can cast that one today. Do you do that thing?
Is it a will save?
It's a will save to avoid the effect.
Will he save or not?
Yeah.
And I cast that thing.
Wonderful.
Okay.
How do you cast it? You just cast the spell.
Yes.
Because if you speak the creature's name, the DC goes away.
Oh, I would definitely, knowing that, yeah, I would definitely.
You know, holding the thing, if you go to use it, you innately know how.
Sage it, yes.
Yes.
So, go to your home.
Cedric, return!
So in doing so, you don't have to roll spell resistance.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it says ignore spell resistance. Yeah.
This is crazy. This is
So-
crazy.
To ignore or to overcome a 15th level spell, DC would be. What would be the DC?
10 plus his wisdom plus the spell level.
So
18 plus his wisdom.
25.
it's an 8th level spell.
25.
18 plus
7.
25.
725. So I'm gonna roll this on the board so everyone can see it.
Well, 27 because I know his name.
Yeah.
I said his name.
Yeah.
27.
And assuming that it's his name.
So Sadrak, to overcome this, needs to roll a 7 or higher.
Okay.
There's the significant.
So you're saying
it's
there's
like
a
a
chance.
27%.
Ready?
Yeah.
Very-
YOLO. Boo!
What is it?
It's
The
over
19.
a 7.
Oh, it's.
Well,
Only a 19?
Hey, I mean. It's hot.
So you hold out the gem. Sadrak looks at it. You see Alvarium kind of like look up at it, question, and recoil. Alamon says, "But no!" As you hold it up, this energy washes over you, and you feel power like you've never felt before. And you feel that that object in your hand is now connected to you. Your wisdom bounces up, and you have like this hard understanding of the world and magic around you, as if you can like resist it much better than before. As you hold it up to him and you chant the name Sadrak, He looks at you as the binds of magic wrap around him. He looks down, and with a burst of his wings, you see the magic dissipate. I've seen these tricks before. He growls. Taking the other action.
You die now?
I know what's it.
And his soul is just gone.
Crazy. I'll pick it up and do it now.
Oh no! Oh no! What have I done?
And one of the body just dies.
Damon.
He's still 20 feet in the air, isn't he?
He is.
I like that.
Yes, you like.
You know what that was for?
Yeah, I know what it was for. But
See if we can do it again.
probably rolled a 4.
I move over here.
If he keeps staying in the air, he's gonna have 4 turns. Easy.
Spraying out. It's hard to get hit by a cone when you all are like 15 feet, 20 feet away from each other.
True story. He
Like,
didn't even fly.
once a day, he dispelled.
Sorry. We need to get the guy.
Can she fly in some divisions?
She has airwalk.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like fly.
I do cast one more thing on myself. That's not. And and I look up and says, "I'm still standing, you coward."
He's looking over everyone and he looks down at you. You see he looks jostled because it's between like you, Perry, and now the adventurers from campaigns past have showed up to start whooping. One to show him the deeds of his past, present, and future. You take any actions?
No.
Oh boy.
I'm the ghost of what could have been.
Get shot, I guess.
Oh?
Yeah, still no.
Still no.
But quick reload. Come back. Still no. I'm trying really hard, and I want you all to respect it.
We love you, Terrace.
How harder?
Damon does. Not Damon.
But you're back there standing around. Yeah, and getting paid for it. Things I see at work.
Remind me to tell you anything. No, it's good. 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 Good.
You know what that was for, by the way, that I gave you at the beginning? Delaney, did you look at that I gave you at the beginning? Okay. I just didn't know if you'd actually opened it.
Yes, you.
Boy.
Oh, buddy.
You did me, boy.
What?
You heard me.
I did.
I don't like how you said you did. It made me feel uncomfortable.
I see that.
The Herald of Dreams screeches out. With this screech, you see this fine glistening silk shoot out from her mouth. As Sadrak beats his wings into the air, you see the silk begins to entangle him. He roars out, thrashing back and forth, and you see his wings start to bog as he turns and he crashes straight into the ground, provoking an attack of opportunity from Damon.
And he takes damage from. Oh.
He does.
Is this force movement?
It technically would.
It doesn't.
Force movement doesn't have to.
Never mind, sorry.
Unless it says specifically as part of its privilege. You're good.
I was trying to do math and listen to you, and my brain was like, well, it's one or the other.
That's why I stopped.
Sadrak hits the ground. He stands up, but he is technically entangled.
So you would say he could be cootie crawl?
No,
No.
he's not helpless.
Trying to help us out.
I don't like how fast
He's
it was
grappled.
like, no.
Ish.
He's growled.
Yeah. So he has -4 to dexterity, -2 to attack rolls. For now. And the Herald of Dreams is going to make these targets spread out a little bit more.
We appreciate it.
She doesn't want to be in melee of Sadrak. She's gonna do the same thing she did before and fly in front of Ragnar, creating a shield. Because she knows you are.
Yeah.
You better not proficient with the shields.
Got a buckler.
Super.
Yeah, they hold your pants up.
Well, that's the perfect buckle to go for.
Yeah, that's called a taxi driver.
Oh, that's the thing you hit a golf ball on.
Stop. I don't know what's happening, but I hate it.
Either.
You started it.
I know, and it derailed it.
Look who you're talking to.
That's not nice. He's just a donkey.
What?
Oh my.
Quote trick.
I don't get it.
I just heard something Albarian could do and I did not know what to do.
I'm glad you know it.
What is this ugly beast? That's not nice. He's just a donkey.
What?
Oh,
What?
we're watching Amazon.
Oh no!
Not again.
Where'd you go? I miss you so.
And now we're all gonna watch Amazon.
It's still showing.
It's still showing the same. Still showing the map on the screen.
Let's watch an actual good D&D campaign and go to Vox Machina.
Not sponsored.
But could be. Very much so.
You hear us, Matt?
If anything.
Help! I need somebody.
Or Dimension 20. We'll take that too.
Is that Brandon?
Take anything.
Is that Brandon? I've been watching a bunch of
We're sponsored by Bounty.
Brennan.
Brandon.
Brennan.
Brandon.
Bacon? Kevin?
Oh,
I was about to say that.
Make it better.
You can tell who's not tech savvy.
clown.
That's Legends of Evan.
Yeah.
Legend
Vin-
of Adventurous.
Yeah.
Really?
His name's
You're doing a great job.
Super fan.
He plays Greco in that one.
I do know that one.
He plays it
And
more.
he voices Klutzy the Clown.
No, he doesn't.
Let's see.
He voices Chuckles.
Chuckles. But
Didn't
he
he do
was his
both?
cousin. Yeah, he did both, but
No, he didn't
What?
play it.
I swore he did, but I could have done.
No, it was the other guy who plays the cat.
Thank you.
My favorite is the one where he's like, I shaved today. And they're like, you did? And he looks down. Mason died. He didn't notice.
What's going on?
And I say, I changed his mind.
What is happening?
I'm trying to hit him with something that won't hurt the
Are we talking about Shane or the character? on the-
Beat that up so good.
I wasn't expecting that to be the response.
I gave Ayla 2 beats.
He 4-footed?
Can you do that? Is that allowed?
Andrew said yes.
It's just based on that, no.
You have to remove 2 beats. And then you have to sing the song, the special song.
The special feat
The one
song.
that's copyright stricken.
You talking about Happy Feet? We've been waiting this whole time to pick that up.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just asking. Because I don't know where we're at.
The game system is still loading the turn. A lot's about to happen. You know when you're playing a game and suddenly everything just freezes for a second?
I don't have a potato, so no, not really.
You know some stuff that's about to go.
Alvarium points at Sadrak. You see this boom of lightning slam into Sadrak, who roars out in furious pain. It is Sadrak's turn now.
Oh, buddy.
90.
He looks, he kind of like scans the area. Boop. Yeah. Yeah, he would hate Alvarium enough to full round attack him.
He's not entangled.
He is entangled. Or yeah, he is entangled. He is effectively grappled.
Do I get a
Is he allowed to move?
do I get attack of opportunity?
I didn't think grapple.
If he 5 foot steps, no.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
I have
you
step
can-
up.
You can 5-foot step when you're grappled.
You cannot take
Yeah,
it.
but I don't think step up would provoke.
It would not provoke
No, you would just follow him.
unless you have.
The reason step up's so scary is because you can follow a magic user, and then they can't
That's
cast
true.
without.
Well, and
yeah.
then there's another feat you can take that's like allows you to attack after step.
It's devastating.
You know the thing that spellcasters rely on? Just make
Yeah,
them
let's
listen.
step up close to him.
I don't see anything saying he can't.
If you do that, you just can't do a 5
Yeah,
foot step
that's
every
fine.
turn. That's all.
I still stay close to him. I step with him.
You step with him,
Mhm.
and he is going to pull around wreck.
Hold on.
Is he?
Daedric was 20 feet in the air, was he not?
Yeah.
And he fell.
So he free fell. Oh, he fell
You can do
because
that
of the
now.
entanglement. I'm done.
Okay.
My game has that graphical glitch, you know.
I got you.
That one.
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that thing now, compel hostility.
Oh.
Yeah, you can actually. You've been trying to do this a
What
lot.
does that make happen?
Whatever a creature you can see, you can compel a creature. When you compel a creature to attack, you must first overcome the spell resistance, and the creature can attempt a will save to ignore the compulsion. All right.
There's a lot of hoops you got to jump through here.
Yeah, I
Let's
know.
see it happen.
Story of my
20,
life.
20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Oh wow.
What's
See,
that?
31.
That whole buzz through us.
Okay, he has a will save.
Wait, no. Am I looking at the right?
Oh,
No, I'm not.
30.
Okay. What did you get?
31.
That will pass. Yeah.
You usually always roll above a 30, like well
Is
above
it?
a 30,
Okay.
or well below like a 20 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I don't
kinda
think
do
you've
the
ever straddled that 31.
top and bottoms. You never do the middles.
And he has a will save. That's spell level plus.
You back up, I tell you. It tells you. What'd you get? Is it in the 20s?
What?
Then no.
Oh.
16.
Oh. Yeah, he does not care. What do you say to him?
I say, face me.
He goes. Alright, here we
I
go.
mean, it is a level
Oh,
one spell, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that guy.
That one. Nice.
That'll provoke from Damon.
And Elberry?
There
He's
we
doesn't
go.
have any weapons.
And he's not also next to you.
Good. You want to know what Alvarium's strength is?
8.
34.
Oh, I don't have.
That will not.
What the crap?
Oh, I do have both things. Still.
He does have negative.
Perks at all.
stats.
Yeah,
We don't have nothing.
No.
Hey,
I wasn't in the burst.
None. You were close.
What makes
It was none.
I mean, Alexander's was 8.
Let's see.
I dropped it down some to get into the point.
Okay, odds are he's going to kick him.
Unless.
Does the -4 penalty to his
Or-
dexterity lower his AC enough for me to
It
hit
was
him
a
with
1.
34?
Those are like clarifiers there.
It does.
Okay.
It does just enough. Because it would lower it by 2 points.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's okay. I rolled the attack. Sorry.
Nope, that's the damage. I mean, it was pretty much about the same.
Yeah, I know. I need my bucket of dice for the damage. My own bucket of dice. 50 points of damage.
Wonderful.
Do something.
So, Sadrak turns, the webbing sticking him to the ground as he rends it, stepping forward. He opens his mouth. Elvarium looks up at him. This gaping maw, like a cavern made of teeth, opens to either side of Elvarium, and then suddenly this glowing blade appears through the roof of the mouth. Sadrak's eyes open up as Damon pierces the top of Sadrak's head with his sword. Sadrak raises up, and you see this green mist spray out, melting rock as his body shifts, rolling over the ritual area, destroying columns and hitting the soul well. As Alvarium jumps back, Sadrak drops to the ground, and he begins to kind of convulse and twitch as Damon draws his sword and steps away from Sadrak's body. You see this black mist envelop him in his entirety. As you see that figure stand before you and look up at you, just the one piercing yellow eye, what was once mist, shadow, and smoke now seems to be a flickering, fading visage. You are a fool for what you've done here. But it doesn't matter, Paladin. It doesn't matter how many wizards, paladins, shapeshifters, or alchemists you throw. He will leave you all in dust. He will wipe you from the face of this plane, and there will be nothing left but the yellow sign. I will be born again, and you will see true horror.
Everybody dies someday. We may die eventually in this crusade, but we'll die free. You, puppet, may go.
You see the shadow disperse, leaving nothing.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah. So I sit here.
And just like that, you were technically.
You have a lesser restoration potion,
Cool.
so you are no longer exhausted.
So
That's only if I drink it.
I go up to Alvarium.
He says. And it's as if he doesn't. Perrin, he says.
He's here too.
What is it? Where have I? I don't remember anything.
Don't worry. We will come and get you.
Alamon steps up. Oh, he says. He looks at Ovarian. It seems we've all escaped our bindings in one way or another. This is equally heartwarming and awkward, but it's good to see you again, he says.
I've always.
Well, you'd be proud of Perry. I'm sure you've seen what he's capable of. But never fear, as long as he is in the dream world, Uncle Al will take care of him. Isn't that right? He looks at Alvarium, who's just kind of like, yeah, he's happy for me.
Yes, you've done well.
Yeah, I pulled a lot of weight in that fight.
Well,
Not my proudest moment.
yeah. You didn't get outshined by a 16-year-old, but yeah. That's fine.
Just let him take the reins. He's got to learn sometime. Can't hold his hand all the time.
Right.
By the way, you guys did great.
Hey, thanks. Everyone gather around.
Tyrus is looking at his gun. I'm much better at killing dragons, it would seem.
You really were not doing another pulse when everyone was within 20 feet.
Ah, he says. Delicious hills.
Oh my gosh. 28, 14, 42.
Behold the divine religious magic of science.
I clapped Harris on the back, said, "Slaying dragons is a difficult thing." But you
You made
acquitted.
it look so
But you
effortless.
acquitted yourself well.
You made it look like it came natural to you.
You just need one of these golden swords and you just stick it in his head. Actually, I think it was a team effort. And you all thought very, very well.
You see my wings, like the glow fades away as I look down.
Ava goes up to you under him. Like, I know she can't hold his hands. So, then shifts back there.
Aaron, I saw your mother. She was proud of you. Yeah, and so am I. Where are we?
We're lost, man. But don't worry. We got up there.
You see OG Alaman step up. Hello, my name is Alaman. Spirit Alaman looks at OG Alaman. Oh, I've let myself go. Why haven't anybody done anything about this? He looks over at Manzarek and he goes, just because you live a hippie lifestyle doesn't mean you should let me.
I don't live the hippie lifestyle. I ain't leave that.
He lives hoppy lifestyle.
You're covered in mucus.
It is clean mucus.
It is clean.
Did I say it otherwise? By the way, this is plainly binding something here.
Roll me. We'll piggyback off your previous album check. It seems that you felt the binding of that planar binding spell as if it was holding on to something in the area, but once Sadrak is gone, it no longer is. As if the spell is like activating, but not affecting anything. If that makes sense.
So we have an egg to crack, yeah?
Well, we have a Festopolis to bind.
Welcome back, Manzarek, Tara says.
Oh, yeah!
Would y'all like to go?
Well, yes, please.
Very much so.
Where did you get them from? From, specifically.
We just open up a portal back to home.
I do feel like we should go north.
Do you want to go home or do you want to go?
I think we should all go north.
Don't do that.
Any particular
No.
reason?
We know where Rachnar is at. Or at least I think I have an idea.
I don't
He
know.
came from
You know,
the mountains.
Things happen.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if we're in any condition to
We can
for vengeance right now.
stop him before he does anything else. It'll be simpler.
So there's a few paths to take right now. And most is fine. Go after Philostopheles, Handsome Jack, crack some eggs. Maybe go save Ambrose, that'd be pretty cool for no particular reason at all. Or we go after Rachnar.
Well, we need to go to the Blackberry Farms. That's where the bind is.
Yeah, and something bad's gone down. I saw my sister in the spirit world and the dream world.
We also need to interrogate
Why is Storm here?
who I found him
Where?
along with Hanson and Jack in the Feywild.
The Feywild.
The Feywild is also.
It's very small.
How's the Great Trees, first of all?
The Great Tree is how it is bleeding in the Feywild into here.
So the head druid is not killed. How are you here?
I was rejected by the Great Tree.
I'm sorry for your loss.
It's fine. I'm still here.
It's great. Go.
I will eventually make my way back there.
Yeah, but so that's still a problem.
But after what I just did, the second that I do enter the Great Tree, I will die. and I will
Yes.
no longer go to Goshen.
Yes, you bound yourself to this whole thing. Good job, by the way.
I am not in a good space. What are you doing? I'm not in a good space for doing this.
So kill the archdruid, save the great tree.
Yeah.
Kill that. Get the mind key from the Blackberry Farm. And I'm writing all of this down. Like a quest. I labeled the top of it quest log.
As he
I
actually
already
does.
have that.
Go to the Northlands.
It is outdated. This one.
Go to the Northlands, deal with the Ragenar, and that whole situation. And then we find out that's where the body key is. So we know there's a key there. Presumably to the door there.
No. It's not.
Nope, that one's different. It's in the shape of
So
a
there's a
shield.
different one there for a different door. Makes sense.
You can kind of bushwhack which one's where.
I also have a friend that would like to introduce him. Not possible.
Hey. I'm gonna add that as a secondary sub quest. Meet Menzer's friend.
We'd be able to meet him.
You can plan your shit.
Yeah, but I can go to where the tree is at though.
Yes. Yeah.
So I could take him there. Take them there.
Well,
Walk.
which friend are you talking about?
Something else?
No, because he doesn't reside by one of the trees.
Yeah, but we could go.
You could go to the Feywild
Feywild.
and see him.
Go walk a long way.
Yeah.
Go back.
Because if
And
you
then-
revisit where you were, you'd be revisiting another friend.
But that wasn't necessarily the tree, was it?
No, it was an extension of the tree. That's how they were able to do it. That's how they were able to do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Second, just having this entire like mental block. No.
Yeah,
have a-
they're called the Tarn. And so,
I don't want to go back to that guy.
They're the Archdruid, which is separate than the Feywild thing, right?
Yeah.
But
I don't think we need to go to the Feywild. But,
I feel
but
like
there
we-
is
There is
black
no
blood.
gate in the thing.
There is black blood in the Feywild.
No, the gates are on the material.
But yeah, the
I don't
gates
know why
are
I
on the
put it here.
material. Here.
Also, I feel like I can open up that fissure. They have somehow bounded this machine to the fissure.
Do we need that figure open up?
I have no idea. Seems like the I point to the giant lava trench.
Probably not. Maybe.
How's that vision?
By the way, I built this. Fuck that.
Oh, so you're the reason for
The other things were going on at the time.
We also breed Alamons or Alvarians, so
It helps to have the guy who invented the machine to be the one here to
yeah.
hit the switch.
How's the Herald of Dreams looking?
she's hurt, but she can cast Cure Serious Wounds at will. So she's just.
After two,
After 18.
Is she gonna do that to us as well?
He
Like,
could. So,
Yeah, she casts Mass Heal.
once a day.
she's already done
So go ahead and heal up everybody.
Never do.
Wahoo!
you never took damage?
And
I think Ray Otto took like 300 points of damage.
I have the Herald what she thinks we should.
I only took damage because I had to get to the
Yeah.
machine.
I mean, I was attacked, but I had resistance and DR.
So, we need to figure out a priority list.
So there's Archdruid, North, Ambrose, what am I missing?
Blackberry Farms to get the monkey.
Library.
you approach the Herald.
Mm-hmm. Do you have an opinion on what we should do next?
He lands on the pillar, those long legs arcing down and hooking into the sides of the top of the pillar. Her wings kind of spread out and bolt back as she completely heals herself. She says, I can feel the dreams, the souls and pains of everyone affected by the Black Blood. I know what is happening. Beneath the great tree in the material plane is the final door. The door that can lead into the vault beneath the surface world. There you will find the vault of the Black Blood. Either attempt to seal it away or to enter therein and stop it from good. However, you will need all 5 keys to do so. You currently have 2 in your possession. You know where one is specifically, and where the other 2 reside. She says, the choice is yours. Where do you want to go? You could visit into Monhell to pursue Ragenall, to stop him from what he is doing. You could head into Blackberry Farms to seek Oliver and to get the mind key from him, wherever he and Bob may be.
Oh. It's like, who's Oliver?
But I will tell you that the heart key is no longer in evidence.
Where did it go?
It has been moved out west, towards the Ferry Mountain,
The Fairy Mountain Range being
where he's
where he's from. Is that where Ragenar went?
I don't think so.
No, Ragenar went to Monhell,
Monhill.
the Dwarven capital.
Which is more west
It is north.
from where I am.
It is the most north there is
Okay.
on the continent. It is the most northern.
Bless you.
I have a personal investment in going to Blackberry Farm, so that's my vote.
I mean, me too, especially if it's in danger.
I mean, as the Blackberry Brigade, it's probably makes sense.
I would also vote to go there. If this conversation is still happening, it just occurred to me. Do you know who Nina was?
Who?
The woman that
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Nina. Do you know who Nina was? Is
She's the
woman
one at the
who-
very
the woman
beginning.
that killed Tava at the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Does the Herald know who that is?
My powers are extensive, but individuals like that I am familiar with. All I do know is she was sent to kill Alex. Who had sent her and where she is now?
How far away is Blackberry Farm from the mountain range?
Or
I don't
Monhill.
need to go to my mountain range. I
Monhill.
need to go to Monhill.
Well, yes.
If we wait longer, he is going to get stronger.
Well, I
That
feel
is
like
the only problem I see with him.
However,
That's why I
with
vote for him.
another key in our possession.
I feel like go to Blackberry Farms. After that, we'll hit them up. Less than a day. Stay there. Sleep for a bit. And then we have a druid who apparently can go anywhere the tree touches, which I'm pretty sure is everywhere.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Not everywhere, but pretty much. I will say this, just to clarify everything. So there is a head at Ambrose. So even though a key is not there, one of the heads is residing there. So the fact that the key has moved suggests that somebody found it and wanted to get it away from the door. So that is a thing. Like whether that takes priority or not, that is what that is. You do know where the mind key is. Like, you know, you've seen the object in which it resides, and you've seen the creature that holds it. So Blackberry Farms is a great answer, and you do know the Black Blood is there and actively trying to destroy it, as well as Ragenar being at Monheim and actively trying to destroy it. So, just to clarify, not trying to change your opinion, because Blackberry Farms is a great idea. Because maybe I made maps with that. But
Dr. Chung being like, that's the place he woke up at, that's where he would want to go. So I say, I would much rather make sure that they're safe, get the key, and then if we can fast travel via plants even, to Monhell.
It's not a rock. It's a boulder.
roll me knowledge, Nathan.
That's all I can think of.
That 42 or 50? Oh, that again. He used his hand to like force shove it.
He's got money.
No.
It's 28.
28.
58, you say?
So, kind of focusing, you know, you can pretty much go straight to Blackberry Farms. That's something you can feel. When you think of Mon Hell, there's not enough vegetation at that altitude to create an extension of the tree to make a portal. The closest you know you could get there, because it is it's called the Barren Mountain Range next to the frozen Gulf. The closest you can get there is a forest called Timberlook, which is next to Butcher's Lake, where there's a town called Carvistral.
Well, this sounds so positive.
Oh, this is a law.
I want to go.
Hey, let's go to Blackberry Farms.
That is the closest you can get with fast travel, but then you would have to hoof to mine, or fly, or teleport to a
Right,
place you've never seen
Steve.
before.
Hoof.
Flying screwdrivers. I will prepare flyings.
Should we rest first and then go to Blackberry? Or go to Blackberry now?
Actually, kind of good to go straight there. Because we know if we kill the original infected one,
I would like to rest for spells.
Same.
You spell.
Chill.
Alamon says, we could go back to the bungalow for virtual indulgence.
How about that?
What's
Also-
the bungalow for?
Oh
it's
boy.
I looked to the Herald. How long has it been? Like, how much time has passed on the material plane since we have been here?
There I go.
I'm not sure. It's difficult to say, especially if you spend another day here. But as of now, it has only been 3 days.
Do you have any more juice that you could give us a full rest?
He says, unfortunately.
We could go to the outskirts of Blackberry Farms, not go straight there, rest, and then go into town.
That's what I want, to sleep on a rock instead of a
The-
giant pillow.
It is very nice.
I feel like we would be better off sleeping in Baku Tabaku's place.
Who's Baku de Baku?
He's,
What is a Baku de Baku?
I start describing a Baku because I do.
Describe it to him. I want to see his reaction.
Fun fact, I don't know what you're talking about.
So it's a medium-sized elephant that always flies around, has 2 little tusks, a giant elephant tongue. You know,
The manatee. It's a flying manatee.
you know the Luxodons from Magic the Gathering, the elephant people.
No.
It's basically a human's
It's a Baku. It's like a Luxodon.
elephant.
Luxodon.
You know what a mammoth is? Alright, without the hair.
It's
Nothing like that.
It's like a,
So I turn into a mammoth, and you describe an elephant. Turn into an elephant. You describe a smaller elephant. I turn into a smaller elephant.
it's a medium-sized humanoid-shaped elephant that has a lot of
Kind of get close to that, but not.
No, he's like manatee
Yeah,
With a pack
he's
of
not humanoid. It's a quadruped.
features.
I wanted to do
He was always flying around. So
I mean, fair. Like, he's the one to find elephant guy.
he's also a dream eater. He eats nightmares.
I like how the more he describes it, the more confusing it becomes.
He's a confusing guy. I saw his stat log and I was confused.
You know, like describing a dream.
I just want you to
Or a nightmare. Or a dream eating nightmare.
This is
Or a
a better
nightmare eating dream.
It is much. It's very.
His stat block was this
You're
confusing.
smoking dope without me. What the heck was this?
You don't know.
He's underage.
Can we go to the palace?
He's underage.
He's so in Baku.
Hey, Morgan!
Like a good neighbor, Baku is there.
Can't believe that worked.
As you all kind of like brainstorm what's going on and everything, Alamon says, I don't have the wherewithal to get you out here. However, I do have the power to summon Baku here. So Baku will be able to create his dream transport and we'll be able to go to the bungalow virtual indulgence.
I looked at
Are you showing a picture? Yeah. That's what a Baku is.
Drowsy from Pokemon.
Yes.
Except for
Blah blah blah
He
blah.
also has like a cape that he wears, golden tips to his tusks and rings in it there.
He's a hippie.
Oh, he's pretty cool. So
I very much so pictured like Indian elephant.
All of hookah. You know that.
okay. Alamon says, so if everybody would like to gather the crap together, I'm going to go send a message over about it.
What's her name?
Yeah, I was about to say, can we search this cave more thoroughly?
Okay. Sorry, y'all did a dungeon crawl where I gave you a lot.
No, it's fair.
Yes, here.
We didn't get anything.
Just don't catch it.
Yes, I got you.
We didn't get anything. What are you talking about?
It does. Sorry. It does. You got your.
I got this.
Yeah. It does seem.
I give you
though-
that thing, by the way, that I called.
The plus 20 Sword of Annihilation?
Yeah, have that.
Horrible blade. Yeah. He was in the Feywild. Snicker snack. Anyway.
You're not you when you're hungry.
The amulet of the blooded for the.
I'm not sorry.
You can turn invisible for 9 rounds per day. It's greater invisibility. The rounds do not need to be consecutive. 3 times per day, the wearer can make a melee touch attack to cause a creature to burst out laughing. The creature can take only a move action, but can defend itself normally. Once a creature has been affected by this laughter, it is immune to it for 24 hours.
Is that a normal item?
Yeah, you can look up.
Yes. What the amulet?
Amulet of the
Animal blooded,
blooded.
but it's fake. Because there's a lot of like said blooded items. Alamon says, so if you want to everybody get their things together. He steps outside, he begins to chant. Tayrus kind of like sighs and he's staring at the ground and he seems to
You
Come
okay?
on, buddy, what is it? With high diplomacy, natural chase.
like a book.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to go home.
Well, you have your daughter to go see. Yeah. No, like, I assumed that's what you would do when we got back.
I'd love to see this adventure together, gentlemen. We've seen so much together.
Your daughter, why you came here, why you saved her, you helped us kill Sadrak, you shot bullets at the dragon,
I did shoot bullets at that dragon.
you shot bullets at an
Where-
ancient esoteric nightmare dragon.
Where is
There's a story to tell.
I'm sorry, you asked,
Where's Paris' son?
Halter.
Is there a path from the tree?
Yes. There is, as a matter of fact.
Then we will take you there first.
You want to do that? You do that once per day.
Do it once per day.
You can do that before the rest of
He got here with using that portal.
No, I didn't.
No, it was open for him.
Oh. Oh, so
I did
he's,
not. I did not use it yet.
so you're able
You
to.
want to go home now?
If that all convenient, he says as he kind of straightens himself up.
I put it on his hand.
Yeah, we all gather around, just give him the biggest
He
hug.
shakes your hand and then suddenly Damon's like, oh, where are you, bird?
If Haldren is not safe, we come to Blackberry Farms.
Not even.
I don't.
Got it. Well, I mean,
I don't
if
know
you
if
could
that's
spell a
there.
boat, it would be much closer.
Into the snow. And we'll be back there.
He tips his head.
I hand him 2 potions. One of spider climb
Ooh.
and one of ant haul. Make the journey easy.
Yeah, you can't teleport him directly into Halter, but there is a forest nearby. You put him a few miles, which is literally a plane of existence closer to where he is now.
Because we're in a different
Yeah.
plane of resistance.
One of these days. I'll actually wear my ring and substance for an actual week.
He says, don't have...
No, but
Oh! He takes off his hat. And he says, that's me.
you.
It is a hat of disguise. I've had this whole time, but it never came in use, so you can have it.
I'm wearing a head.
I was expecting him to change into like Jabba the Hutt or something.
Oh, that would make me mad. He just turns into a gnome. Oh. Something to remember.
I put it on, it immediately activates, and I look like what we imagine a traditional doctor to look like. I have the blackberry pendant here, but right below it, I have one of his like feathers, kind of like another set of pins on this lapel.
You look like a human?
No, I'm like
You can't
I'm a
paint
tiefling.
face.
Okay.
I can change my outfit, so now I just look like a doctor in scrubs, but like sturdy.
It's like a fantasy doctor.
Yeah.
So like the show Scrubs, they're not doctors.
Well, gentlemen, it's been an adventure. I bid you farewell.
Good luck.
The roots sprout from the burnt ashen rock as that portal opens up. This green glow appears as
Bye, Rick.
he steps into it,
Green portal.
and then the portal. The wood turns a dark ashen color and then fades away.
You trick.
I'm gonna miss him.
You're the one who read his books.
Yeah.
Just wait like another year, and you'll see a book about the ancient esoteric nightmare dragon.
Ooh. I'm excited.
Because Terrence is 100% writing a story about that dragon.
I mean,
He needs to make money somehow, right?
Alamon steps back in. He says something else that I feel like needs to be addressed before we go. He says, is that guy. He points at Elvarian. He says, if you trust me, I can take care of him.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine. I watched him grow up from just a tiny magic user. Cantrips. And now he's shooting lightning at esoteric nightmare dragons and wandering around
Ancient
aimlessly.
esoteric nightmare dragons.
You got it. But, he says, I'll take care of him for you until you get him fixed up on the material plane. Back to his old, curmudgeon-y, heartless self. Unless you can fix that.
At least now I understand.
He kind of looks bummed. Yeah. I wish you knew, though, very well. I know you know, and I know it's been said, but he's a good guy. He's loved to laugh. That was one of Vela's favorite things about him. I always thought he was annoying. But
Speaking of annoying, you want to take the other half?
he looks over. That half has the carrot. This one is terrible. Yeah, I guess.
Just until
Says,
we're
I'm
done.
not super fond of my mindless self. He says, but if the tree's under the effects of the black blood on the material planes, then he's not doing any good anyway. The thing is, I had made myself a nexus point between the dream realm and the material plane. The tree was a conduit of that. It connects this world, the Fey world, and the material plane all together. To keep things from shifting back and forth, there has to be a bind to it. That's what I was, essentially. Until the key took my mind. He says, but if it's affected by the black blood,
I feel like you better be safe here.
that's how it got to the Feywild.
It is.
And that means it's here.
It is.
I thought only Sadrak was affected by it, but it may be more than that. Ooh, this is deep. This is a complicated story. He says, but, yeah, I'll take care of me, too. Yeah, he's... yeah, I got this.
Did you two touch?
No.
It's literally what happens when a ghost and a zombie from the same person meet.
Oh,
What?
he says, the answer to that question is, I think I reunite with him? I don't want
Should
to find
you?
out, though. No. No, because if I reunite with him, then I don't think I'll be able to split myself.
Oh, maybe we shouldn't leave him with you then.
Well, we can leave him with Baku.
I'm sure they would get along great together.
I'm sure Baku wouldn't even notice the difference between him and me. But, yeah. He says Baku is on his way. He created a new dream vessel. So he'll be here in a few minutes. But you gentlemen want to talk to your kobold friend. He points over towards a crevice, and you see Thrym kind of like poke his head out. And then just kind of like retreat back. Says, now would be the time. Baku will be here within the hour.
The ribbon's seen some stuff.
Hey, Brad.
I go and get him. Like, I grab the rope. Drag him out. Grim, it's time to talk.
There's nothing to talk about.
I need you to tell us what you saw.
You can't understand what this is.
Diplomacy. One equal.
What do you say?
I don't know what other languages he speaks, and I don't speak Draconic. I go, I need you to understand that Mistopheles being unbound to me is a very, very bad thing. I need to know how he did it, because I need to know what his next step is. When he's unbound to any master, he goes insane. He goes crazy. Talk.
Stuff, please, isn't who you need to be afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
When I found him, I thought I found something new, something powerful. I never wanted to control another creature, but he said he could help. And then it turns out that he was controlling me the whole time. Everything from Blackberry Farms to the theater to the sewers. But it was at the expense of other creatures, but being a kobold meant nothing to anybody else. I wanted to mean something. Softly says he could do that. He was using me to get to you the whole time.
Rule fix. Hand out your hand. And like in the quick motion, I take a scalpel and just stab him real fast.
Why is everyone doing I'm telling you everything I know.
So if it's red, I immediately start bandaging it up. And with a heal check of a 35
Sure.
base.
How?
Sorry.
We went to Blackberry Farms, like you said. We got there, and Andrew changed. His eyes turned black. He summoned the black blood there, and everyone next to him began to change. I watched it happen.
Why were you not affected?
I was. But only briefly. When the black blood took over me, it took possession of Phistopheles. By proxy, it became his new master. It knew everything I knew about Phistopheles.
That shouldn't have been possible.
It was. I effectively was gone. It being me now had control of him. And it released him. He is now under no one's control. It made me say the words. But Phistopheles didn't care. He saw the black blood. He saw what it was. He
covers his mouth.
saw him.
No, diplomacy. What? 22?
What you said?
Names.
No. Speak his name. I hear it now still.
Titles.
I walk over to him and I kneel down. How tall is he?
He's a small creature.
He's a small creature.
so
I kneel down, sort of face to face. I've seen it too. Seen him. Yes, we should be afraid. You don't need to speak his name. I will for us. Pastor, the King in Yellow, source of all the black blood.
I saw the throne. I saw the city. I saw the towers, the winged things that worship him in the dark.
The lake.
So, it was so cold.
Why were you there?
I don't know. It didn't send me here like him.
He gestures to Alvarium.
It took me there.
Because of your connection to Phasophiles?
And it's in that moment you realize that is the commonality that you have.
Yes.
But then Phasophiles brought me back. He asked it to bring me back. And he turned me into some kind of monster.
It's true.
He describes
What happened to... Okay.
The same thing happened to you?
Yes, and we had to kill it.
Oh my Gozra.
We killed it.
So yeah, as he just starts describing, that's what happened to Damon when he saw the blood.
That's so freaking scary.
It was extremely scary.
You remember the people that I'll let
Wait, the same thing happened to them?
No, remember the sewers when you went to Pondarum?
Yeah.
And it was like transforming those people into monsters?
Yeah.
He did the same thing with fairies. That was the same.
Yeah. But
I was going to say that, but they haven't seen that usually.
Oh,
And I was going to let you tell the story.
okay.
Thrym, how did you end up with Manzarek?
I was taken to the Feywild. But Stopways, he was looking for something. Something to do with this machine. And then Zarek was there. He saved me.
Do I remember any part of the... Sorry. Do I remember any part of this machine that requires, Feywild, ingredients?
As you examine the machine and you kind of step back over to it and you're looking it over, it's all alchemy, a touch of necromancy, and the soul well.
Right, but that's all.
But nothing like Fey. There's nothing natural about this. If you would like, you can either roll me a knowledge religion or the planes.
It would have to be knowledge.
Can any of us roll those? Or just him?
Just now.
Might as well have taken the 10. 17.
With a 17, you're not certain. I will give you this, though, with your knowledge of the machine and everything that has happened. You feel like any component that he had used from the Feywild either was spent, as if Diamond does for a spell, or Phastopheles took it. As if he used the component and then left. Yeah. It is.
I would also... I think... Dr. Town is the guy who thinks out loud, so I am posing these questions and kind of running through the process. As in, trying to give them a chance to also roll.
I will allow you to roll me knowledge, nature, or the plane. Thanks, Eric.
27.
Or knowledge
26.
arcana.
26.
With a 26, you pass by one.
Nature, by the way.
Yes. Kind of putting together everything that you know about what has happened. Sadrak needed a physical component for the egg. It wasn't just something the cloning machine could manifest from who he was. Because, the cloning machine can take a live-born child.
Oh no.
What are you thinking? I just want to know if you're right. What do you got?
The creatures that the guy that I went to go see,
Uh-huh.
is he cloning him?
No, that's good guess though. But a live-born creature can just be cloned. But a creature that is born through an egg needs a vessel. So a dragon would need a vessel. You know that the Jub bird had been killed. that had been mentioned. The Jub bird being one of the Torn in the Feywild.
Yeah.
You just pieced together that was why the Jub bird was killed, for its egg. So what Phistopheles took from the Feywild was the vessel for Sadrak to be born through a Torn, or a Tarn, which is like the closest thing to a demigod in the Feywild.
Oh boy.
Examining the apparatus, is there any DNA at all left within inside of it?
If I needed to help him out.
He's waiting to answer that.
Would it be perception?
Knowledge, alchemy, or spellcraft.
Okay.
When I roll and he ate me.
Well, spellcraft. 34.
34? So with a spellcraft 34, technically, yes. It's Sadrak's blood what was diluting the alchemical components, which is, by extension, the black blood. However, when you hit Sadrak, it didn't spray, it didn't do cold damage, and it didn't try to take you over. It was as if the black blood in his veins was natural to him. It wasn't like an extension of the living creature that has been creating hive minds. It was as if Sadrak was older than that. And the blood is in those veins.
So wait, the egg
Some of that blood, real quick.
The egg that is currently sitting there.
It is not sitting there, Handsome Joe took it. Because he's going to take it somewhere for Sadrak to be reborn
He's gonna take it and be safe.
as a physical.
Oh, we need to kill that right now. That's not good.
Is there a way
Yeah,
I
because
can
the only thing scarier than an outer deity is an outer deity that is born through an ancient esoteric nightmare dragon.
can I extract any of that blood for him?
It will be an alchemy check.
Okay.
Hang on.
Taking 10 is pretty safe.
He's good at waiting.
Then you have a 45% chance of succeeding.
Okay. I break my machine with a 1.
No.
Oh.
Wunderbar.
Oh no.
You step up to this machine, and you're like, bruh, I got you. As you start working on it, you kind of like, you're like, I've removed the valves off this 100 times. You're like, I know how this is. This just comes off and then you drink. Easy peasy lemon squeeze me. You are now an ancient esoteric nightmare dragon. You were reborn through Sadrak, roll edition.
Not 20?
You're all gonna die. You remove the vat itself, and as you do so, this pressure releases that you know is not meant to be there. Something has been changed, something has been altered, even slightly, and the only person you know that probably had the know-how to do that was Phistopheles, as if he knew you'd be messing with your machine. As you remove that, it suddenly pops and that black blood sprays into your face. You stumble back and I'll need a fortitude save.
Is it a poison?
Technically, no. It is a curse.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Wonderful.
122. I do have a potion to remove curse spray. Just for reasons.
As it splashes into your eyes, you take a step back and you try to take it away, try to wipe it off. You all see Dr. Tone kind of fight with it. As he looks up, the black blood running down his face stops, and then you see it and crawl into his eyes as it disappears beyond them. You shake your head and you open them again, and you see those spherical orbs turn completely black. Your head arches back, and you suddenly start to become flooded with memories and visions. You start to see realms beyond. You see the sunken city. You see the floating isle. You see the sign in yellow. All of this rushes into your mind, and with it, everything that we have previously talked about becomes rushing back into your mind. As if what you just took in was not only a piece of Sadrak, but a piece of Daka Isabel. That washes over you, and you begin to not only feel confusion and fear, but guilt and sorrow. As if you're reliving everything that he had previously gone through. Now, also coupled with the knowledge of what you really are.
There would be an immediate collapse to the floor as all of that goes on and happens.
That's not the third one.
Yep. As he does so,
But you get to roll for it, technically.
imagine being subjugated to the worst pain of your life for a week, and then suddenly the pain's just gone.
You still feel it?
Oh yeah. It's a phantom pain that is now here and here, but not in your body. As you hit, he vomits and expels the black blood. And you're like, oh, I thought remove curse would be cleaner than that. And just,
Doc. I go and rush over to him and kneel down next to him. Doc, are you okay?
I have those conditions. Full health, full rest, or
not yet.
I guess a heal check.
Sure.
What?
So no.
Who wants? 17.
With a 17, he's physically fine. Something's wrong.
do I speak on?
I mean, yeah. You kind of start with common.
Okay.
Yeah. And you also speak all the other ones.
I did not steal you.
All those things.
Oh.
You say Doc, are you okay?
Yeah.
In Abyssal, I respond, and it's not Doc.
I stand up, put my hand on my sword.
What do you mean?
Put my hand on your sword as well.
I feel like you should kill him.
Get sword and say, what do you mean?
Go look up because the black would go away, but
Alamon Maging.
I've always described Dr. Isaac Tone's eyes as that chalky, like he's blind, but he can see perfectly fine. You see that fade away, and it's like you see a pupil now, but there's like bloodshot eyes. Like they've gone through a lot. All the scarring would just drain away, and you sleep. Whereas his skin was slowly starting to fade as if he was losing the color in his skin. That like flushes back with every pulse of his heartbeat.
What about the tattoos, like the chains?
The chains would still say, I think.
You are not that, but you know what you are.
Correct. Yeah, I would still have the tattoo.
Yeah. You physically are the same thing.
So none of that physical stuff.
I mean, it could, yeah. It could still happen.
Okay.
You just aren't. You're
Not new character sheet.
yeah, not your character sheet. You're still Dr. Tome, but yeah, you just know everything now,
I have the knowledge of that guy.
which is worse because now you know what you are.
Yeah.
Yes, because now it all makes sense why you woke up in a fit. You following me?
So old character sheet, but
Knowledge of the new.
Knowledgeable character, but not
But
physical.
new character.
You are still physically Dr. Tone. You just were restored the memory.
I have all those memories.
You have
but
all the memories.
You have that
you are
word.
still 25% of that thing, but now with all the memories.
So yeah, the scars would start to go away. The eyes would come back too, and the color would start draining. It hits the chain and then stops, I was going to say the wings would change, but they wouldn't because that's a part of the the clear thing. But it's like the feathers, instead of being a pure white, sort of gray out.
Who are you?
Oh, it's a very dangerous question.
Speak now.
I'm Dr. Isaac Tone. I'm David, or Daniel, or whatever you call me. I'm pointing to all of them. You know my name. It is Daka Izathan.
Yes, I know what that name means.
Please make up his mind.
It's a long and complicated story.
You remember.
Yes.
We have time.
I hold down my hand to help you up,
I grab it.
and I help you up.
And you would see, no, there was no physical change. Never mind. There's a lot of things that was going to happen.
That's
It's still the same week.
You keep that in your vest.
Yeah. Same.
But I don't let go of your hand. I help your feet, but I pull you in close. Says, "Are you okay?"
Physically, mentally, yes. Emotionally, no.
Which is a big deal for
Yeah.
to say.
And it's like there's a confidence shift. Whereas Dr. Tone was always reserved, this is very much so that I could care less. Alignment shift. Okay.
No, technically no, because you did.
Okay.
What happened?
So that was not just Sadrak's blood in there. There was me in there. Which also implies there's me and Sadrak.
You want to reword that?
Sorry.
My blood was also used to make the egg for Sadrak.
Wait, so you used to be a dragon? I'm lost.
I remember.
I need an nap.
You need to.
He's exhausted.
Why is your blood?
I was made for that. Like this body was made for that.
So you were. And that's how you're soul, but you're also not.
Correct.
So you were.
Well, one of many.
You were.
Yes.
Wait, you're one of many clones?
No, three.
Of 3.
Yeah.
You do.
The other two died.
Oh, I'm equally sad and relieved that you're here. All I'm saying.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So that
What does
wasn't
that mean?
that wasn't intentional
I
then.
knew him, but he died. Now
Not
he's still here.
getting the blood.
No,
Okay.
he didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Things are complicated.
Who was the original?
Me.
Daka.
Him. He's dead. Long dead.
It's-
Sacrificed himself to bang Fistopheles' whole story.
Not dead. Okay. Yeah, he's dead.
I see.
Practically.
Practically dead.
And so what you
Mm-hmm.
have been
Are you still holding
up
onto my
until
hand?
no,
Okay.
So what you've been up until now, you've been restored with Daka's
And Daka's,
memories.
but not complicated.
Say drop.
No. You remove that. Thanks, by the way. I hold up another vial that looks very similar to what you cast.
Okay.
I mean, it's
So what happens now?
Oh. That's a new thought. I usually know things.
okay. I'm going to still attempt what I was going to do.
It's useless now.
They're just gonna make it easier.
Do what?
Try to figure out where he went.
Sadrak? Sadrak's dead.
Losing her.
Oh, the egg.
I think that was rock.
Okay.
I need to.
Using the blood?
Using the blood.
The one he
Okay.
threw up?
Well,
Blood that he drew. Yes.
When I handle it, I mean, that's okay with everyone. Okay. You're okay, that's fine.
I've been eating pickles since 7:30.
Yeah, I got you, dog.
So using the excrement.
I'm sorry?
using the blood.
Yeah.
No,
let's
she-
chop up. Up jumps.
Okay.
You mean the explanation?
I don't need an explanation right now.
We don't get no.
Explanation.
Why?
Yeah, he is on another plane.
But why?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Which would give him a +5. Using body part like a parapet of nail at 7.
-10.
-10. So at -5. Knowledge of the character.
Mm-hmm.
I would say at least first-hand, if not familiar. Because I have met the subject. Would you say I know the subject well?
Yes, yes.
So,
You have all of those bonuses.
so it would be a
I-
-10.
I looked over it. He is at the worst possible chance. The only thing he has in his favor is he does have a bonus, but you don't know what.
Okay.
You don't know what bonus he would have. But I am telling you, he does have that.
That's fair.
So
I know what my will would be.
Mm-hmm.
He probably has a -10. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
-10
So you have to roll a 32.
for me to describe.
Uh,
This will take an hour.
It's a little lower than that. But,
So this will take an hour.
but by the time you're done with that, Bakrin should show up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you kind of take a seat, holding the vial of blood, and you begin to focus. Alamon kind of watches you. I want to help.
stood him
Interested to see
away.
if this will work. What did the rest of you do during this time?
I opened up my book and start reading.
So you can clone people,
No, because I can read my book now. Fully.
but you don't know how to clone people.
I know how to use that machine now, what?
To clone?
Yeah.
The cloning process? Technically, yes. But you would also know it's not something you could just do.
And also hell of expensive.
Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, I know how to build a house. Takes a little time.
So yeah, I explained it to you.
So you can.
Yes.
Neat.
So Damon's sitting down and he looks like he's trying to just sit and think, but he keeps kind of glancing up at you. And finally he stands up and he walks over and he sits next to Doc. And he just kind of silently for a moment. So you're still the same person.
In Celestial, he kind of says to you, for reasons, yes. A lot has happened. A lot happened. Very, very long time ago. There is Dr. Jones still in you. He's running around. He's the part of my person. A third, if you will. And it's still continuing the conversation in Celestial. He points to Alma, and it's kind of like that process.
Okay.
Is he going to attack Alamon?
There was... No, I say
It's okay. It's okay, Ragnar.
there is
Okay.
Good. I'll plop now.
things needed to happen to stop. I would argue an evil that was worse than the Black Blood at the time. One that you know of and you know his name.
Yeah.
That evil has been taken care of. The other one needs to be taken care of. Although I'm not entirely certain the two aren't related.
What's Burke? He looks at. There's several false starts. It's important that the old Doc, who is you, I suppose. Boy, that's gonna take some getting used to.
You see, I hold up a glass and I still, like, the gold chain still glows, although I imagine it'd be fainter. Maybe a little. And you see I fill the glass with water. Like the clerical spell create water. It's still just as good.
Cheers. I drink it. I have that show of trust. It's murky, but And Damon's like, I treated you badly.
You sure did. And also, since both of you realize, Dr. Tongue would have never said that to you.
I made assumptions.
What
I let
assumptions, by the
my
way?
very poor, and I let my personal grievances and problems cloud my judgment.
Sorry, I'm watching Shameless Romance. Yes. Apology accepted.
It goes further, though. I was approached by Philistophiles.
But why?
When we went into the dream world, I found my sister there.
Uh-huh.
And the only way that could happen is if her body had been taken over by the Black Blood.
Perfect. We know this to be true. We also know if we kill the original infector, which is
Right.
the half-work.
I was
Screw
not,
those guys, by the way.
but I was not thinking clear. You're not making this any easier. Look, I made a deal with him.
Uh-huh. That's what he does.
He wanted to be free of you,
Yes.
and he promised me some things that I valued highly
Uh-huh.
if I would kill you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I would have or not.
At the cost of your soul? I thought
The opportunity never came up, so I don't know.
since both of them back, because he came to collect your soul when Sadrak killed you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because for you to say the opportunity never came up, he came to collect.
Yeah.
35?
So with the 35, hearing him say that, you know it's not him. You get a feeling that Damon, because you know that Philistophiles, if in the moment when Damon was supposed to have died, when divine intervention saved his life, Philistophiles would have come to collect. If he would have failed, his soul would belong to Philistophiles. So the reason his deity forgave him was because he rebuked Philistophiles and accepted the fate without fulfilling the contract, as if he was willing to sacrifice his own soul instead of yours. That's the only way he'd still be here. That's the only way a deity would have accepted it, and the only reason Philistophiles doesn't have his soul. And you are very familiar with how angelical processes work as well.
Correct. So you see him take a moment, and he's always been interrupting and fast talking a bit, honest, pause and thought. Listen, first of all, I'm very good at reading people. I worked with demons professionally. You know this.
I only trained to fight them and kill them, so.
Right. But when you work with them professionally, you can tell when people are lying and when they're telling the truth or half-truths. I know the opportunity came. I know your soul is on the line. I also know the only reason you're here right now talking to me is you told him no and to go back to the responsive hell in which he came from. Rather than give me up. Because I also know, because I have all of Dr. Tongue's memories as well. Okay. I also know there were several times that you could have just murdered and got whatever special little promises he gave you. I need you to know they were fake promises. Because as long as he was bound to me, and I keep coming back, he's still bound to me.
Getting rid of you wouldn't have freed him?
Straight up before he's felt. Because I am not me.
I see.
But now he's free of that, so it's complicated.
Well, when we were all sent to different locations and I, Thrym, ended up somewhere else entirely. Apparently it was our connection with him that caused that. And it was seeing that completely dissuaded me from wanting to follow through. But at the end of the day, I made a mistake, and I ask your forgiveness.
I said apology accepted like 5 minutes ago. Did you not hear me?
I was distracted.
I picked it.
And although it's still unusual to see your personality so different, we're still comrades. And I hold out my hand.
Of course. I just pecked her initially. In an Aklo, I would say, just know what you saw is about what I had to do. Not trying to.
And we'll solve
I
it
really need to
together.
learn how to read.
And we'll solve it together. I say to your back, and I turn and walk back to and sit down.
You all hear this deep roll. Allman says, "Oh, the bus is here." Has this 5-foot-long elephant-like creature with claws covered in jewelry, the ends of his tusks, a small little trunk that tucks in, rings in his floppy ears, and a mystic blue cloak that kind of floats behind him as he floats in, his eyes half open and very bloodshot. As he comes in and he says, "Hello."
Someone's been token.
He looks over at you. He says, "Hello, my name's Baco. Baco the Baco. It's nice to meet you."
That's fine.
He just starts to like,
You just- That's all. It's weird.
Can you help me up?
he lays down next to you.
Oh, I give you laying out of hands.
Alamon goes, "No, he can't."
I can rebuke exhaustion.
I already removed his.
No, you didn't. You gave me a potion that could. I didn't drink it. Because we're fixing to go sleep and it goes away.
Well,
Yeah,
it
well.
doesn't last through the night.
We need to get you on your feet.
Back in
You
the day,
didn't tell me that.
that's the day you used to only thing, my guy.
Didn't tell me that, so I didn't know.
Yeah, that and you heal for 14.
Yes.
14.
As you all like begin to gather your stuff together, Alamon stops and he turns to Perry, who is entering those last few minutes. He kind of gestures to Baku and he says, "Catch up." As it's kind of Alamon standing, kind of watching the rest of you gather up, there's a flying ship outside. That's all you get. You suddenly feel this shimmer in the force, in the magic. You feel like you're reaching out. You're like, this. You've never scryed before. You're like, this is the connection. This is how this is supposed to work. You begin to reach out, and you feel this confusion and cold miasma roll through you. Your vision suddenly becomes split, and you begin to see several different things in several different locations at one time. You see, first off, you see Dr. Tone as he's walking. And then it kind of like in a blurred vision comes back to you. You see the verdant plains and the caravan of catfolk walking. You go back, as it starts to shimmer, you can now see the Fey Wild. You see a massive tree, void of any vegetation near it. You see blood dripping through its bark. And you see this massive shadowy creature kind of like turn as if it knows something is looking at it. And then you're taken back from that. And as this is all coming to a head, they feel like they're starting to coalesce into one thing. You focus and you cannot hold your vision on it. As you see the egg. The egg now in the hands of Mistopheles, who holds it, and he kind of like turns and he looks up, and you can tell you're scrying on what you meant to, but if he can see invisible, he can see the orb. He looks up at you. He says, "Clever. How long can you hold that? As you begin to kind of like look around, I imagine immediately, because you feel like it's slipping away and you're like, I need to know where he's at. You look about and you see he is under the great tree. But he's somewhere you don't recognize. You recognize the rock formations, you recognize the soil, you recognize the roots, you recognize the ruins of the fortress, but you've never been in this place before. You do know this place is huge, so he could be almost anywhere. But as he's walking, you hear this sloshing noise. The vision kind of like turns as if you're trying your best to look down, and he is walking through knee-high black blood. Where when you were below Drimport, you saw the door and it was trickling out drops of black blood. Just a little. And you're like, that's bad. He's standing in a pool of it. And he walks up to a great door with 5 indentions in it. This magic pulsating from it, but slowly fading. You hear from behind the door this, as if something begging to get out. And as he walks towards the door, he says, this is inevitable. And you are brought back to paradise. And we will pick it up there next time. Thank you very much for joining us, adventurers. And this has been the Season 2 finale of A Good Day to Die, Curse of the Black Blood. But thank you so much for joining us so far, and we look forward to continuing the campaign. See you.